Good morning, everyone. Having a cup of coffee. Going over Facebook and YouTube, like I do. And I got a comment from Oscar, and saying how much he liked my old video. Thank you, Oscar. About technology, how far we've come, and now how scary stuff has become. Robot Dynamics dog using GPT to chat. And my previous video was how cool everything was. That I was able to transfer an MP3 from my phone to my computer, then to a thumb drive, and then into my dad's car, which I thought was super, super convenient because it used to be near impossible. Except unless you just bought the CD and went. Now, this morning, I sound a little rough. He was wanting to know my thoughts on the same kind of topic today. And as I sit here reading comments on my ultra wide monitor, on my super fast, super cool computer, I have a 3D printer behind me. I have accent lighting now. I have screenshots that I printed on canvas from Star Citizen, which just looks super cool. But I do feel rough because at the same time I just got my COVID vaccine and my flu vaccine because I'm on chemotherapy for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I'm also treating multiple cancers with CBD oil, which cause rashes. In addition to the chemotherapy, the rituximab causes rashes. I'm rashy. I'm rashy. But there's also ChatGPT and Midjourney and AI art and large language models, AI, and on top of all that, end stage capitalism. It's switched, or it's switching. It's maybe I should. The most ignorant among us are still screaming that the Mexicans are taking our jobs, or coming over to take our jobs. The racists among us are bitching about the great replacement theory because the brown people are starting to outweigh or be more popular in the U.S. than the white people, and the white people are scared. Whether they're racist or not, things are changing, and people are scared. Welcome to the 2020s. I say often that even I get bored with it, that I'm remembering all the sci-fi novels that I've read. Asimov, Piers Anthony, and we are living in the background of RoboCop. We are living in the back with the background of sci-fi novels. This is the kind of beginning or atmosphere that many, many, many sci-fi novels are written in. This is the world building. The world that sci-fi novels take place in. So it has all the earmarks for great adventure, and enlightenment and opportunities for the modern hero's journey. But as I was talking to with Musical Zeus quite a short time ago, I think it was in another video, that if sci-fi novels were super, super cool, and you get to read them, you get to be the main character, but you don't experience the suffering, the fear, the misery, the dreary. You get to read about it and think about it. You think about the stuff that's going on in the book and what's going on with them, but it's not happening to you, so you're not feeling it. and the being in it is way different than reading the story about somebody else being in it. So everything is better. Everything is super fucking cool, and nobody's happy about it. I still think it's cool. If I wasn't so sick, and I'm also taking care of my father, who has dementia and mobility issues and issues, which is straining. Everything would. It's the. Again, when you're in it, it feels scary, uncertain, uncomfortable, especially when you're sick. It drags it all down. But it's still, everything is still super cool. As Steven Pinker's pointed out, violence is down, even with the wars, even with all the craziness, all the if it bleeds, it leads, and the insurrection and women's rights going backwards, a lot of stuff going backwards. It's still way better than it used to be. But it's, again, hard to feel that. As humans, I was watching another video, Chemo Brain, the other day, where we are problem-seeking creatures. So the reason if it bleeds, it leads, is because we focus on the problems, because we don't have to worry about things that aren't a problem. Kind of makes sense. If it's not a problem, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, and we're very tuned to squeaky wheels. So it's good to appreciate, and I need to do it more often. And I need to find a way of doing some sort of cheesy affirmation of how I'm okay, you're okay, we're all okay. Appreciate the scariness, because AI is going to take over. In my mind, and pretty much in every sci-fi novel, I think they've glossed over it, because like in every sci-fi novel, they take a part of technology and they run with that, and a lot of writers don't kind of anticipate, in fact, they don't anticipate the side technologies that usually end up taking over the world. And we're experiencing all those side technologies happening, and they're confusing, because AI is what's taking our jobs. Robots are going to take our jobs, and we want them to. But the problem is we also want to live, and our society is built on capitalism. So that's, in a lot of my videos and a lot of my conversations, I blame capitalism. And it's not capitalism that is the problem. It's that we as a society and as a function of reality, sorry, this is long, we have to have a system. An exchange of values with money is the most convenient way to exchange goods. Money. And capitalism, in the past, has been a fantastic tool to kind of gauge the value of money. And that's not working anymore. All our values are changing. Technology has made the value of a shovel different. Technology has made the value of labor different. But we're still human beings, and everything that happens, we make happen at the moment. AI is going to change that, of course, and AI is changing. A lot of stuff that's happening now online is happening. It's kind of like a wind-up car. You wind it up and let it go. Well, we wound it up, and now we're reaping what we've sown. And this isn't even conscious AI. This is just AI as a tool. So it is scary. A lot of stuff is changing. The classic Luddites that used to smash the printing presses because they were taking the jobs and spreading information. Woo! Now we have people cutting charging cables for electric cars. And of course, protesting self-checkouts, all the technologies that are taking jobs. All the technologies people are protesting because they're afraid. And a lot of it now isn't anymore because they don't understand it. And I think a lot of it back then with the printing press wasn't because they didn't understand it. I think it was because they understood the threat to their livelihood, how our society was built. And it's the same and even worse threat now. So it feels weird, and I'm trying to embrace it, but it feels weird how everything is really cool. The technologies are really cool. And at the same time, because of the system we have, capitalism, generally, how we've converted, now need in society money to live instead of just a primate in the woods where you just need effort and nature. Now you need money and the blessings of those with money. The capitalists. And the capitalists, it turns out, don't give a shit about people. They give a shit only about profit. And that's how they were raised. That's how we've been conditioned. That's capitalism imposed on primates since birth for generations. So it's hard to even blame the capitalists. But they see technology as a way to make better profit, make a better product, make more products that come out of their mind that they have access to because they have the money to make it, and then lower their costs at the cost of society's well-being, society's ability to live, to pay for things, because we need their money, and they have all the money. Now, it's also true, and so that's scary. So I understand that. I also understand that, and this is what I got to keep in mind, so a bit of a happy note. It's also an era where we have the most ability to innovate and create right from our desktop, from my ultra-wide monitor, my super cool computer, my microphone, my camera, the 3D printer that's behind me. I have some ideas that, because my brain's malfunctioning, I'm not doing as well. But we have more opportunities now than ever. But I also think we have different oppositions. We're fighting ourselves more, and the oppositions we're fighting now are not just hike a little farther to find food, or dig a little deeper to find the resource, or it's not a matter of physical effort. Our primate brain that evolved on the plains and digging grubs out of that same brain now has to process thousands and thousands of times more information that it never that has not had time to evolve and adapt to. And that's the struggle, I think, for me. What I'm seeing, what I'm feeling is a struggle that I'm having trouble. Even I, as a technologist, someone who's super excited about the gadgets and be able to do the things we can do now, I'm having some serious trouble. Chemo is part of it, older is part of it, but generally the big overarching issue is we've got old primate brains, and new technology and new society is straining those. And I think the age of human dominance is coming to an end. And AI, I think, is going to be not only what is going to take over, but what we need to take over if we want to keep moving forward. And technology evolution keeps moving. There's no animal that is the end-all be-all of evolution and intelligence. Every creature is a stage in the process, and we are just another stage in that process. And at some point, something smarter is going to come along, because we're going to make sure it does. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it is intelligent enough to develop suffering and therefore compassion, and may the emergent ones have compassion on its creators. And I'm desperately trying to enjoy all the experiences along the way. Good luck, Oscar. Thanks for watching my rambling nonsense videos. I hope you can make something cool and enjoy the ride. Peace.